Today we're going to learn how to read a recorder fingering chart. So right here I have fingerings for all the different notes on the recorder. And so we're going to start with just one. So this is the kind of picture you might see in a recorder video or music book. And so this thing right here is supposed to represent all the holes on the recorder. And so if you look at the recorder, you can see that there is a back hole, and you can see that there are these holes in the front, and that these bottom holes have 2 holes each. And so in the picture, the one off to the side here is representing that back hole. The line we'll get to later that talks about when you switch hands. And down here, these double holes are showing those keys with more than one hole. Other than that, basically how things work is that if a hole is colored in, it means you cover it with a finger. If it's not, you need to make sure that you have no fingers. So, these are all the different notes that we have to learn. These notes, C, B, A, G, are all going to be played with the left hand on top. F, E, D, C are all going to be played using the right hand on the bottom. So let's go back to C. That's our highest note. So for a C, to play it, I need to cover the back hole with my thumb and the second one from the top. So back hole with my thumb and second one from the top. The way the recorder works when you play all the notes is that you end up covering all the holes. Your left hand needs to be the one on top. So a C would look like this in music and fingering chart and sound like this. So the next note is B. So to make a B, you would cover the back hole and the one on top. So back hole and the one on top. And it would sound like this. An A in a fingering chart looks like this. So what you would do is you would cover the top 2 holes and the one on the back. To get a G, you would cover the top 3 holes and the one on the back. So the top 3 holes, the one on the back. The next few notes are where it starts to get tricky. So let's come back to this idea of the line. So the line in a fingering chart shows you the spot where you switch hands. So to play an F, you'll cover the back hole and the top 3 with your left hand fingers. But the next note has to be covered with your right hand, like so. So again, top 3 and the one on the back with your left hand, and then the next hole with your right hand. An E would be the one in the back, the top 3 with your left hand, and the next 2 with your right hand, like so. A D would be the top 3 with your left hand and the back hole, the back thumb hole. And then this is where it gets kind of tricky. You're going to cover the next 2 holes and then that double hole. So the next 2 full holes and then this double hole. And you want to be very careful that you're covering both holes. This is what a D should sound like. But if you only cover one by accident, it's a bit of a different sound. So you want to be making sure that you're covering both those holes. The last one is C. So in some ways it's the easiest. You have to make sure you cover everything. So 3 on top. The line means you switch to the right hand, and then your right hand covers the rest. Now, it's very easy for C to not sound right. It is because there is a hole uncovered if you get a bad sound. This is what a C should sound like. And if you get something like this, it meant that you weren't covering the holes all the way. Now that you know how to read a fingering chart, you can start applying it to music. Basically how things are going to work, which I'll talk about in further videos, is you'll see music written down. You'll see an E in music. You'll know it's an E, and you'll use a fingering chart to tell you where to put your fingers, and in this case, here. We'll talk about that more in another video. Have a great day. Until next time.